Welcome to Innovation Dialog. I'm Ding.
My voice.
My story.
My dream.
Innovation Dialog.
We are encouraged by their story. Welcome to Innovation Dialog. I'm Ding, and today we're going to tell you a wonderful story from 1 million to 1.8 billion. Am I right? Yeah, I didn't make mistake. It's 1.8 billion, and in 8 months. So today we're so honored to have two guests with us. And the gentleman next to me is Mark Huang, and he's a co-founder of Hong Kong International Board and the founder and president of ILC International Financial Group, and also the co-founder of Kingmore VC Incubator. And the young lady next to him is Lulu Li, and she's the vice president of ILC International Financial Group. Thank you for joining our show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
From 1 million to 1.8 billion, and we have to start with this company. And this is the first VC incubator in China. Yes, VC incubator, we know that's for the startups and help the startups to become successful. But this is the first VC incubator in China. Why there is an incubator for VC?
Well, in China, we have many entrepreneurs who have made a lot of money, and they want to be investors. And there's a lot of money in China, so they want to be investors. And then we help them, we coach them how to make investments, how to invest in VC or angel investment.
So when they become rich and they want to invest, but they don't have experience, you are kind of coach them and help them to make the right decision, right? So Lulu, I call him 70s and I call you 90s. And where's the 70s and 90s come from? Because he was born in 1970 some year, and you were born in 1990. Wow, it's 20 years younger, almost. So actually, you are the vice president, also the investor, but you never done any startup companies. And how could you invest? And how did you meet him?
No, I haven't started any companies, but I went to England in 2008 and I attended high school, and I graduated from university. I was major in management studies and economics. And after I graduated, I started to get an internship at a newspaper company where I was participating in writing economic news. And that was when I started to get an interest in investing and also entrepreneurship. So
how did you meet him?
I met him when I was during the time while I was preparing for my exam, when I decided to go to Hong Kong and to pursue higher education. And he was my mom's friend, and my mom introduced him to me, and my mom was looking for him to give me some inspirations on my exam and on my master's degree, but it turned out that
he told you to stop your master's degree, come to work with me, right?
Yes, and then I became his assistant the next day.
Well, Mark, and was her mom angry with you?
No. Her mom and I were good
because
friends.
she wants you to coach her to achieve her master's degree.
Yes.
In the end, you convinced her and just give up study and come to work with me.
Yes.
Yes. So how did you convince her?
Well, I told her mom financial and investing, there's a better future for her, and it's best to learn with me rather than to go to the school with no experience.
Why it's better to learn from you?
Because I used to be a professional speaker. I've spoken to almost 2 million people, different audiences. So I got tremendous experiences to coach somebody.
What's your topic when you give speech?
Well, my topic is from how to be a salesperson, or how to do your business model or industrial finance, etc.
So actually you are in that industry, you were an entrepreneur yourself, then you became an investor. Well, tell us this idea, the first incubator for VC, for investors, where did this idea come from?
Because when I first get started of my own company, and I found starting the business, it's not easy.
Difficult, very difficult.
I had many ups and downs. So I was, hoping that somebody can really help me. And then when I become kind of rich, and then I'm willing to do something or make a contribution to others. And then we want to do something, as an incubator. Most incubators just incubate startup companies.
Yes.
We incubate people who are rich and with a lot of money, and we help them to find good projects, good companies, and then we invest together.
How do you incubate them? Because they are experienced business people.
Oh yes, because as I mentioned, I used to be professional trainers, professional speakers, and we provide training for them, and we search and looking for good projects, good company, and we have them get together and verifying different projects.
So from 1 million to 1.8 billion, how did that happen?
Because China, it's now, for me, there's tremendous opportunity for me, for young generation like us. And within the first 6 or 8 months, and we raised a lot of money. We raised round 1, 2, 5, 7 different round of, and our company's evaluation is now 1.8 billion. And it's easy. You cannot say it's not that easy, but for an experienced entrepreneur, it's easy. And once you understand the rules of raising money, it's easy for us to.
I think it's only in China this thing can happen, right? At the right timing, you're doing the right thing.
You can say that, yes. It's in China and in Asia, maybe.
Wow, that's really, truly amazing. But why those people give their money to you? Why they trust you?
As I mentioned before, you got to be fully experienced in doing what you do, because we love what we do, and we not just want to make some money. We truly want to make a contribution.
Well, their investment is to make money. How can you say you will not?
But I mean, our responsibility is to help our LPs to make more money, and of course,
when you help them make money, then you make money.
Of course, I make money, and I feel so happy and feel great to help other people to become rich.
So Lulu, actually, you joined his company for only 2 years, right?
Yes.
And will you regret that you gave up your master study? And what do you learn from him?
Of course, I do not regret giving up my master's degree, because firstly,
So he trained you to be a real master, right?
Yes, and I'm on my way to be a master.
Okay.
And I think, well, learning and earning, so that's a good idea for me and my family. So I think I learned, the most thing that I learned from Mark is that you have to learn all the way through your life. You don't have to stop, you just go. So I think I'm very impressed by Mark's effort that he has made. So to make me very sure that what kind of person he is. That's why I followed him to invest. He tells me what to invest at first, because I have no experiences in investing. So I trusted him.
How much money you have invested?
I have invested around 1 million.
How many companies you have invested and talked with?
Around 8.
8 companies,
Yes.
$1 million, a 20 years young girl. That's quite amazing. We can see, So in your opinion, that people are trainable on the investment, right?
Yes.
Do they have to be born to be a businessman or businesswoman?
They don't have to be. You don't have to be great to get started. You have to be. You have to get started to be great.
You don't have to be great to get started. You have to get started to be great.
Yeah.
I really like this, and I truly believe this. Actually, this happened to Mark himself. His story is like this. He grew up in the grassroots. Actually, he even haven't got his college degrees, and he gave up his study while he was still in the middle school. That's quite a story. So we'll be right back and tell you how he came all the way to where he is. Welcome to Innovation Dialogue, and today we're with Mark and Lulu and telling the wonderful story from 1 million to 1.8 billion RMB, of course. It's not the US dollar yet. It will be US dollar, right?
Of course.
Yes. Okay. You are quite confident, I noticed, yes. And we mentioned that actually Mark was from grassroots. Tell us about your family.
My parents are farmers. And when I was young, my father beat me every week. And I had inferiority.
Oh my God, why?
I have
Why
an
he
elder
beat you?
sister. Well, I was a stubborn guy, and I did very poorly in my junior high school and dropped out at the age of 15. And I started working working as a working at laboring jobs, moving heavy boxes from here to there. I hate that.
Oh, well, I can hardly imagine a man like you was a bad teenager. Well, not bad, we're just rebelling. Yes. So how did you learn this, and how do you? And your English is so good. Where did you learn your English?
Basically, English is my self-taught, and but I'm very grateful to a man who's the founder of Crazy English.
Li Yang.
Yeah, Li Yang is very famous. He's not just an English speaker, he's actually a billionaire. So when I was 16 years old, I became a sculptor. I was learning sculpting from my master. And then 2 years later, one day I met an American designer, and he came to me and spoke English to me. I was like this. I couldn't speak any, but I wanted to be able to communicate with the world, with foreigners. So that was my first trigger. I said, I got to learn some English. If I could, I would have made more money.
Have you sold your sculpture to him?
Yes.
Even though you don't speak any English?
Even though I don't speak any English.
How did you make that?
Because they needed me.
They like your artwork.
Yes, right. Yes.
So you were an artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but why did you become an entrepreneur and an investor? Artists should be, I believe that you were successful.
Yeah, that was my first business. It was a studio. And I knew nothing about marketing and sales. I knew only the techniques, you know. So I hoped that I could learn to sell, to introduce myself. I did not dare to talk with people even, you know, I did not talk to girls, you know. So I was very shy. So I wanted to be good, to be great.
I can tell that great changes have happened to you. You were afraid of talking to girls at that time, but right now you have a beautiful young lady working with you as assistant. So when you, Lulu, first met Mark, he probably already a successful man. But for all these years, you are working with him, and has he won any, you know, failures, or were he ever, you know, upset?
I think it's impossible not to fail sometimes, but as I know that successful people have to be very optimistic, and I think he's very optimistic, so it really doesn't matter if he's down or he's feeling unhappy, as long
as... You
as...
just don't see it, right? But, well, is he blindly optimistic?
Of course he is.
Okay.
That's why he gets so successful.
Even though he's blindly, you still follow him?
Yeah, because he's my boss.
Not only he's your boss, I think, well, when I was talking to him, I know, you know, why he coming to where he is today. You know, many people would admire or even jealous, say, oh, from 1 million to 1.8 billion, well, this guy must be so lucky. But actually, he's been in this field, invested for 10 years, but first 8 years, he actually didn't make some money, even lose money, right? Yeah. What happened for these 8 years?
Back then, I knew nothing about investing. I just wanted to help people like who I was, you know. So I want to help them. So you know, my job was to help people, to coach them to start and succeed in their own business. I made some money by providing services, but I knew nothing about, you know, investing.
When you were coaching them and they didn't make money, that means your coaching was not successful, right? At the beginning.
Yeah, they make some money, but for me, investing part, you know, was terrible at first.
So who were the people you first invested?
Those college graduates. college graduates. Mostly.
College graduates, students. What's the main reason that?
The main reason is, first, I didn't know. I thought if somebody has, passion or crazy about something, a good product, then he can be successful. And later I learned that it's not that easy. You not just need to have a good product or a business plan. You need to learn more. You need a sales, marketing, business model, and leadership as well.
So what is the most important thing for a startup company?
For a startup company, one has to be someone who's good at organizing, good at selling, and dare to talk, not afraid of making mistakes to sell their own products, passionate about what they do. That's the important thing.
What's the biggest mistakes a new startup would make?
Well, it's the biggest mistake for a new startup is that they're not learning. They just believe they have a good product, good idea. They need to learn, really learn from the very top. I changed my life because I've been learning from the very top from around the world.
Learning is really important. We are learning every day. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from other people's experience. We learn from the daily life. But there are so many knowledges. So what specifically you will focus on your learning field?
I love business philosophy. I love business. I love industrial finance and how success philosophy. I love these things.
What's your philosophy?
My philosophy is to be good and to always do something that can truly help other people and benefit yourself.
How do you define a good person when you met her? Like, for example, what's the good things you see on her? She was, she was willing to learn. She asked me a lot of questions. I love someone like her. She's pretty young and she speaks very good English. And I need a great assistant who can talk English with me every day because I'm still learning English. you find someone to learn English.
To practice.
That's a secret, right? So you guys talk in English every day?
We used to.
You used to talk with him in English, right?
Yeah, but when we were alone, when he was talking privately to me, but if it's in a public occasion, then we'll talk in Chinese.
He is almost 20 years older than you.
Yes.
Have you found any gap?
I think the biggest gap between us is that he is so antisocial that he doesn't know the things that we know. It's like we...
Antisocial, oh my God, okay.
In the way of that, he doesn't really look at entertaining and things that we, the 90s, focus on. So if I had to talk about drama with him, he will know nothing.
He totally lost, right?
Yes.
Which is good. I think that that's why he needs you. It's always learning. This is how I feel whenever we're working with younger people, and we can learn a lot from them because the world belongs to them. Right. Well, I can tell that you guys are really working together in a very special way. I will ask you a question, and before that, tell me, what is innovation in one sentence?
Innovation to me is to learn from the very best and then create your own style.
Learn from the very best and create your own style. That's innovation. That's awesome. What's innovation by your definition?
I think innovation is kind of the same as inspiration, but inspiration is when you get the sparks, but innovation is when you make the sparks into real. So innovation is to make it safe and sound and to inspire other people.
It's great. So this is what we are doing: inspire ourselves and inspire other people and learn from each other.
Yes.
Yeah, my question was, I look at you guys and I was wondering, have you got married?
Yes. My wife is here today.
Oh, really?
She's with me everywhere I go.
Yeah, I want to see her. I want audience to see her. Yeah, so your wife is Angela, right?
Yeah,
yes,
Angela.
Come, Angela. It's
I'm very
great.
proud of her. She's very nice.
Oh, what a beautiful wife you have.
Honey,
oh, it's wonderful.
thank you. Love you.
It's great. Thank you. Thank you, Angela, for coming. Thank you. Well, you got all the beautiful women around you. Of course, you're also a very successful businessman, and your story is truly inspiring. So thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you, Diana.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
As a startup in Silicon Valley, innovation is our DNA. It's inside our blood. What is innovation?
Very confident.
It's a way of thinking, it's a philosophy, it's a mindset. It's very closely related to leadership.
For me, it's really about finding the right fit between the product and the market.
Have a strong technology position, a strong market impact.
Innovation can be an idea, can be a product, can be a service, or can be a thinking. It can be everything, out-of-box thinking, not limited to your background, to the past. Welcome to Innovation Dialogue. I'm Diana Dane, and today we are going to talk about Cloud Festival. Today we have Carrie Davis, and she's here to share her story, which is so inspiring. What we are doing here is to summarize, bring out the point, and give a good presentation. Help people to bring out their idea to the whole world.
It's very important to be able to spot human talent and to be a good leader.
More importantly, it's how our corporate and partners perceive the value that's come out of the event.
It was all about seizing the opportunity rather than looking at the world as a set of problems.
I want to change the paradigm of angel investing being local. I want all of us to think global and to look at great opportunities in Asia or Europe, wherever it is in the world.
Come to Ding TV. Let us work together to bring out your idea to share with the whole world.